All right, so here we are on the 5.9 day 2 classwork where we are trying to find the volume of these shapes. So remember to find the volume. Volume for now is just the length times the width times the height. So you're just multiplying three numbers and that's all you're doing. What I want to do is do kind of like a little bit of color coding to help you figure out what three numbers you should be multiplying, because sometimes that's the hardest part when we're talking about shapes in 3D. Okay, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this W. Ooh, oh no. There we go. All right, I'm going to erase this W and this H, and we're going to give them different colors. So my L will be purple, my W will be green, and then my H will be blue. Okay? So I want to go through first in each of them, and I want to shade on my actual shape what each color would be. So my length in number one, remember length is kind of, like how long something is. So this across the bottom here, this would be your length, which would be 5. Okay? Times the width, which I'm doing in green here. Width is like how thick something is. So like kind of imagine like how much space it would take in between your fingers to hold something, right? So your binder is probably thicker than, say, like a notebook you have, all right? It takes up more space. So this would be our width. So it'd be times 6. And then our height is how tall something is. So how tall a shape is kind of like here on the front on the right. This would be 5 units tall. Okay, so when you multiply all of that, you can just type it in your calculator, or you could think, well, 5 times 6 is 30 times 5. 30 times 5 would give you 150. And we're talking about meters, and it would be cubed to the third power because we multiplied three numbers. Okay, so I'm just going to go through now and continue color coding for you, and hopefully you're doing this on your paper too. So my length would be what's going across the bottom here. That would be 6. My width, how thick it is, would be 4. So remember, width is kind of like a diagonal almost in 3D. And then my height, how tall something is, this would be my height here, and that would be 5. Okay, so I'll do one more of those for you here. So my width going across would be 2, or sorry, my length. My width, how thick something is or how deep it goes, would be 8. And then my height, how tall it is, would be the 7 here. Okay? So hopefully that helps you with numbers 1 through 4. Now, number 5 and number 6, kind of the whole rest of the second page go together. So we're asked to find the missing measurement. So first thing you should do is you should write down the formula. So V equals length times width times height. So now we're going to plug in what they gave us. So they gave us 60 was V equals the length was 5 times my width was 2 times my height, my H we don't know, so we're going to keep it as an H. So now I can multiply my 5 and my 2, so this would be like 10 times H equals 60. And now to solve, well, how do you undo multiplication? Would be dividing by 10 on each side. So 6 would equal H. So my height would be 6 meters. Okay. So number 6 is very similar, you're just looking for a different letter. All right. Number 7, you can go ahead and cross off number 7. It's okay, you don't need to do that one. Number 8, it says to find the missing measurement. So I'm going to write down my formula first. So V equals length times width times height. So they gave us the V down here at the bottom. They say V is 400 equals, we don't know the length. That's where the question mark is. Times the width would be 4, times the height would be 5. Now I'm saying 400 equals L times, well, 4 times 5 is 20. So again, how do you undo the multiplication? You would divide by 20 on each side. Okay, so you would get 20, oh no, there we go. So you would get 20, and you would say meters equals L. Okay, so 8, that should help you with number 9 and number 10. Okay, and the first number 9 and number 10, and the second number 9 and number 10 are kind of like the ones from the other page. Okay, so that's all I'll do in the video, but that should help you get started. And if you have any questions, you can always send me an email with a picture of the problem that you're stuck on. But that's all we'll do for now.